The Arkansas Razorbacks.
Our daily live coverage of the Hogs and the College World Series is presented by Crane Kia of Fayetteville. Find your next gas saver during our MPG days at Crane Kia of Fayetteville. When it's hot outside and your AC isn't cooling, avoid the hassle. Go Paschal. Schedule your service call today at gopaschal.com. Baptist Health. Amazing has a new home. Find a doctor near you at baptisthealth.com.
Well, this feeling's a little different than what you experienced following Saturday night's game as the Arkansas Razorbacks fall 13-5 to the Ole Miss Rebels in game number 2 for the Hogs up here in Omaha. Drew Barrett, Tommy Kraft, I'm Ty Richardson. We're live from DJ's Dugout in Omaha reacting to, unfortunately, a loss that kind of changes the setup, the whole dynamic for you the remaining College World Series. You'll get a chance to play Auburn tomorrow night. They have already announced that the Tigers are going to be the home team due to a coin flip. So, guys, starting tomorrow night, you're going to try and rewrite what was wrong tonight. And there's a lot of things that went wrong tonight, Tommy, against Ole Miss.
Well, you got to win 3 in a row now. You got to beat Auburn tomorrow and eliminate the Tigers from the field. Then you'll have to beat Ole Miss twice in order to play for a national championship. And those odds seem long with how deep Arkansas had to go. And I think Dave Van Horn was saving some arms for down the road and put a lot of pitching in tonight. But started out with Zach Morris, the lefty, for matchup purposes. And Ty, they were noting at the top of the game. Phil was noting the 20-mile-an-hour wind. If you were watching on TV, you saw the flags blowing straight in from center. You were in the ballpark. You know what we're all talking about here. I thought maybe that would settle Morris down, but it certainly did not go well for the lefty who was getting his second start of the year and didn't even get out of the first inning.
And to each his own. I know that a lot of fans were wondering why Dave decided to go with Morris over McIntyre. Well, Ole Miss had not hit well against lefties compared to righties, and I would assume that, amongst other things, was one of the reasons him and Matt Hobbs selected to go with Zach Morris. And it's kind of the same old story for Arkansas in the postseason. An off-speed guy, lefty, you struggle with. And Hunter Elliott had a few bumps in the road, but he started to shore up. And I mean, he 6.1 innings pitched, only 6 hits, three runs, 1 earned. I mean, Hunter Elliott was on point for Ole Miss tonight, and Arkansas just couldn't figure it out. You referenced before the show, he didn't get much 2 through 5.
Nope. You look at you just look at Arkansas's batting lineup, and you got a little bit out of Braden Webb to lead things off. But when you look at Slavens, Wallace, Turner, Lanzilli, just ahead of Robert Moore, that part of your lineup only produced 1 hit tonight and 1 RBI. So those are the guys you count on. Those are your veteran players. And tonight, at the plate at least, they didn't produce much for you at all.
If you have a reaction, you're more than welcome to jump in. 877-377-6963. Kind of same setup as tomorrow. You'll have the Morning Rush live at AJ's Cafe. Halftime will be live at DJ's Dugout. Ruskin and Zach will be sort of your pregame show, and then we will have Hog Reaction here as you'll take on Auburn and the setup tomorrow night. Now, you got some positives. You got Hagen Smith, Brady Tigard, and Will McIntyre that have yet to throw in the College World Series, who I would expect, if not all 3, 2 of the 3 tomorrow night. We'll see how the game shakes out. But Arkansas's got to respond against an Auburn team, and y'all are going to have to help me out with this. How did that series go? I know Arkansas at least won 1 game. Did they win 2, or was it just?
They won 2 out of 3 on the plane.
2 out of 3. Yeah, won the opener. It's back at the early part of May. Won the opener 11-8 against Mason Barnett, who went 4 innings in that game and is the projected starter. At least Phil was talking with Bubba there before the Learfield broadcast left the air. They felt Mason Barnett would be the one. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits back on the 6th of May in an Arkansas victory, 11-8 in that ball game. Then you fast forward to the next day, and Auburn got their pound of flesh, winning 5-3, and then the series finale, Jackson Wiggins was the starter, and Arkansas took the series that day 7-4 down on the Plains. So 2 of 3, and those were the scores from those. But Arkansas with their backs to the wall, but Auburn's in the same spot too, as far as they've got to find a way to win 3 straight as well to extend their stay in Omaha. Any loss over the next 3 days, and Arkansas will play tomorrow at 6, And then with a win there, they would play Ole Miss again Wednesday. If they beat Ole Miss on Wednesday, Thursday's game will be the winner moves on to the championship series. So that's what Arkansas faces. Auburn faces the same trail to get to the championship round.
Still a lot to react to here on Hog Reaction. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, again, we're live from DJ's Dugout. We'll continue to just kind of open up what happened tonight in Charles Schwab Field.
You're listening to Hog Reaction live in Omaha at the College World Series.
The miles per gallon days are here, and at Crane Kia of Fayetteville, we're introducing the Kia Hybrids. Trade up and drive off in the new 2022 Kia Sorento, the 2022 Niro, or the all-new 2023 Sportage, while saving your gas money. We have the gas savers you are looking for at Crane Kia of Fayetteville. And if we don't have the perfect Kia for you on our lot, we'll order it just for you. Stop by Crane Kia of Fayetteville at 3195 North College Avenue, or go online to cranekiaoffayetteville.com to see what Crane can do for you in 22.
This is Trey Holloway, former pitcher for the Arkansas Razorbacks and current Pascal Pro. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric wants to congratulate the Hogs for earning their spot in the 2022 College World Series. While the Hogs bring the heat to Omaha, Mother Nature is cranking up the heat in Arkansas. When your home comfort is on the line, bring in your ace. Head to gopascal.com to set up your Pascal protection plan. You'll get seasonal maintenance, discounts on service calls and repairs, and replacement credits. Schedule online today at gopascal.com.
What does amazing sound like? At Baptist Health, we hear it every day. It sounds like countless miracles. Another finish line crossed. One faithful mission. Amen. And 100 years of all our best. Thank you for allowing Baptist Health to provide you with compassionate care for the past 100 years. We look forward to serving you for many to come. Visit Baptist-Health.com to learn more.
Nobody will pay more for your trade than Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw. We have already hit the dog days of summer. You need something with cold air and gets great gas mileage. Troy, you've got a great selection of vehicles that check both of those boxes.
Yes, we definitely do. We're not going to sell you a vehicle that doesn't have air conditioner right now. So come down here and see us. We've got some awesome deals going on. We've got some great inventory. We've got some fresh trade-ins. And hey, guess what? All the air conditioners working, every one of them. We know it's hot out there. We know that you don't want to buy a vehicle that doesn't have an air conditioner. So get down here and see us. We want to take care of you. We want to earn your business. We want to sell you something. And hey, we want to give you more money for the vehicle you're trading in. You said that at the beginning of this, but I mean, hey, we're the home of more for your trade. We want to hold to that. We want to give you more money than any other dealer out there for the vehicle that you're trading in.
Hey, come hold them to it at Harry Robinson. An extra $1,000 or $1,500 will save you $30 or $40 a month off of your payment. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw.
NWA Gold and Silver has moved to a new location in Fort Smith at 4600 Rogers Avenue across from Med Express. NWA Gold and Silver is always buying gold and silver, scrap, bullion, and coins. Plus, NWA Gold and Silver buys and sells jewelry of all kinds. Diamond rings, wedding bands, engagement rings, earrings, and more. Bring in your gold or silver today to the people that pay the most and have the best deals. NWA Gold and Silver in their new location at 4600 Rogers Avenue across from Med Express in Fort Smith.
When was the last time you looked forward to seeing the dentist? Well, if it's been a while, or if you haven't had the best of experiences with dentistry, meet Marcy Van Ash McKinney Family Dentistry. Give her a call at 494-7600. They'll take care of it all. Crowns, bonding, dentures, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry. Marcy Van Ash McKinney Family Dentistry at 807 South 21st. Call for an appointment today. 494-7600. That's 494-7600.
This is Trey Holloway, former pitcher for the Arkansas Razorbacks and current Pascal Pro. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric wants to congratulate the Hogs for earning their spot in the 2022 College World Series. While the Hogs bring the heat to Omaha, Mother Nature is cranking up the heat in Arkansas. When your home comfort is on the line, bring in your ace. Head to gopascal.com to set up your Pascal protection plan. You'll get seasonal maintenance, discounts on service calls and repairs, and replacement credits. Schedule online today at gopascal.com.
We all hope that day never comes, the day you need an attorney. But when it does, call David L. Moore, Attorney at Law. David L. Moore assists his clients with criminal, personal injury, and family law cases. He's also a state-certified defense lawyer for DHS cases. Whenever you need an attorney, call David L. Moore at 479-410-9300. That's 479-410-9300. David Elmore, attorney at law.
Are you looking for a great deal on a previously owned vehicle but want to avoid high-pressure sales? If so, you need to visit Edwards Auto Sales in Roland. For over 30 years, Ernie Edwards and his staff have helped folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma River Valley buy a quality vehicle and offer a buy here, pay here program as part of their services. Some restrictions may apply. Come visit Edwards Auto Center newly remodeled facility 3 miles west of the Garrison Bridge, the first car dealer on your right, or log on at edwardsautosalesinc.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction live in Omaha at the College World Series.
And the road show continues for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Our daily live coverage of the Hogs and the College World Series is presented by Crane Kia of Fayetteville. Find your next gas saver during our MPG days at Crane Kia of Fayetteville. When it's hot outside and your AC isn't cooling, avoid the hassle. Go Paschal. Schedule your service call today at gopaschal.com. Baptist Health. Amazing has a new home. Find a doctor near you at baptisthealth.com.
All right, we're live from DJ's Dugout in Omaha, reacting to Arkansas's 13-5 loss. And I got someone here on the phone lines that wants to react. Let's go up to Fayetteville. Welcome in Evan. Evan, your thoughts on tonight's game, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Evan.
Hey, I was going to say, before I got to my question, I was going to say there were some creditors at the house looking for you earlier. I told them you weren't home, but you could check every greasy spoon in Omaha and probably find you there. Getting to my question, though, a serious question, and I want you guys' opinion on this. With hindsight of the game, you know, when it did get out of hand, in my opinion, you know, it felt like Van Horn was just trying to get out of the fourth or fifth, maybe down 2, maybe down 3. You know, I think that what you could fairly say with hindsight is with the pitching choices, it looked like, you know, that he may be threw in the towel, but I think it went the way he wasn't expecting. I think if they could have gotten out of the fourth or fifth, gotten a couple runs, make it a 2-3 run game, then you start bringing in the heavy hitters. But once it got out of hand, you kind of have to save your guys for the next 3 games you're going to have to win after that. So that's kind of what I saw. Wanted you guys to thought, and keep up the great coverage.
All right. Sorry about the creditors there, Evan. I thought the fifth inning magic would work again. Is what I thought. Problem was the fifth inning magic was in the Ole Miss dugout.
Yeah.
You know, you get through the fourth, 6-3. You're within striking distance. 6-3 didn't scare me at all, and I imagine Dave Van Horn at 6-3 thought, okay, we're in this. Tied the fifth inning. Drew the fifth inning has been pretty good for Arkansas in the postseason more than once. But you know, Calvin Harris hit that 2-run homer out to right, and Wiggins got behind on the count. And Harris waited on that fastball, and he just stroked it. Ole Miss went up 8-3. Then that was just the second home run of the year for Harris. It's not like he hit a lot of bombs, but picked a great time to do it. Ole Miss scored 4 in the fifth, and that was it for Wiggins. He got the hook, and it was 10-3 when all that was said and done. I was thinking the fifth inning might be kind of the place Arkansas finally, after getting another look through the batting rotation, might get it going, but didn't happen.
Well, if you go back to the previous inning, there's 2 guys on, and Braden Webb was so close to sending one out to left field, and it went foul, and then he ended up flying out with 2 outs, and that kind of stopped the rally. It was 6-3 at that point, and then the rest of the game. I know Peyton Stovall got that homer in the bottom of the ninth, but I mean, at that point, the game was over. And listen, I'll credit Peyton. Peyton's still hitting. He's still taking a good at bat, but at that point, the game was over. And it's frustrating, man. I had to hear flim flam, hotty toddy. I've had to hear all day long, and they just played better than you. And they kicked your ass. They just kicked your ass tonight. And I hope that every player in that dugout watches the film and watches the highlights and realizes we don't want to go through that again. And I don't think they're gonna get blown out by Auburn tomorrow night. I think it's gonna be a competitive game where Arkansas prevails, but. That was not the same Arkansas baseball team we've seen to this point. But as we said, and I said it this morning, Ole Miss is – say what you want about the other teams in this tournament, Ole Miss is the hottest team in baseball, and it's really hard to debate that for me.
Well, kind of like last year, guys. You beat NC State 21-2, and then they were the hottest team in baseball from that point on. And if it hadn't been for COVID testing, they may have went on to do more at the College World Series. You run into Ole Miss after a 17-2 win over Stanford, and they were eliminated earlier today. And guys, you can't seem to bounce back. I don't know if it's emotional. I mean, I don't believe in the idea that you gave up all your runs, scored too many the game before, but for whatever reason in the last 2 postseasons, you have a sizable victory, and then you follow it up with kind of laying an egg, and that's what happened. That's what happened at home in the Supers last year. It happened tonight. I don't know what the correlation necessarily is. I just know that's what the scores tell me.
Yeah, that's what played out. And, again, this team has to rally and respond. You got knocked down, and they've got knocked down in points this season. And now it's a matter of can you get back up and kind of rally a little bit. And to Evan and Fayetteville's point that he made, you saved those arms that we referenced earlier, Tigert, Smith, and McIntyre, because at a certain point you thought the game was out of reach, and that's why you're pitching some guys that you hadn't seen since some midweek series in certain cases. So that's kind of the strategy I saw Dave implore tonight, because I think he was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about this game at this point in time, which I didn't. I did not have a good feeling about this game as Ole Miss really got rolling. Then you kind of responded, and then it just ended up not going your way. 877-377-6963 is the number that you can call or text in as we are live from DJ's Dugout. And, Tommy, we would not be up here in Omaha without a few special sponsors.
Yeah, including Crane Kia of Fayetteville. Find your next gas saver during MPG days. Crane Kia of Fayetteville by Baptist Health. Amazing has a new home. Find a doctor near you at baptist-health.com, and by Pascal Heating and Air. Hey, when it's hot outside and your AC isn't cooling, avoid the hassle. Go Pascal. Schedule your service call today at gopascal.com.
So we're going to have more reaction tomorrow on the Morning Rush, as well as halftime. And Ruskin and Zach and Tommy, you and Clay and Scott Tabor are all going to be at Butler Furniture tomorrow. It's the setup in Mountain Home.
Yeah, if you're in Mountain Home, we're honored to be over there tomorrow. I was by their store today. They got a beautiful showroom, and we look forward to being there. And we'll talk about the game and talking to Scott Tabor today, and his office is literally a 5-iron from Butler Furniture. So said, hey, come on down, and we'll talk about a Hog victory. But that was earlier today, so now we got to talk about why the Hogs didn't get the victory and what it's going to take. Because man, when I just look at this, the guys that got you to this point, Slavens, Wallace, Turner, Lanzilli have had great postseasons, but tonight, not so much. What was it? 5 strikeouts on 15 at bats. Had 1 hit amongst that group. Hey, those you wouldn't be here without those guys. But if you're going to get onto the championship round, you're going to win 3 in a row. 2, 3, 4, and 5 in your lineup have got to produce more, Drew.
Yeah, you definitely do, and that's just the biggest thing. And you know that you're going to get productivity out of them tomorrow, and hopefully you get productivity out of them Wednesday going forward. And you just hope that it is just one of those just off nights, and it happens to everybody. It's just how well do you bounce back?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, those are the veteran players. Again, wouldn't be here without those guys, but those are the guys you lean on. And, Ty, if you're going to find any kind of hope to get 3 straight wins to get a shot at a national title, it's going to be probably on the backs of your veteran players.
And you said it earlier that it just felt like Arkansas might have to do it. And you said it earlier this morning, the hard way. Well, the hard way is losing tonight and having to win not only tomorrow night, but Wednesday and Thursday in order to advance. So not to say that it couldn't have happened where they won tonight, but I do specifically remember you saying that on the Morning Rush, that it just feels like Arkansas could have to do this the long route.
Well, you're a lifelong Razorback. I'm a lifelong Razorback. Has anything ever come easy? I mean, you always have to climb the steepest part of the mountain to get there, and just a smooth ride at 3-0, and generally is not the way it goes for Arkansas. Something always steps up to present a challenge. So now you got a real challenge, and I don't want to say it's impossible to get out of this hole, but I don't know what the history is. I don't have all the notes on that, but I imagine teams that go through the elimination bracket this early and have to come out of the loser side of the bracket are probably not real successful at winning national championships.
Let's go to Mountainburg. Welcome in Jim. Jim, you're on Hog Reaction. Your thoughts on this game, man?
Appreciate it, man. I wanted to say you can come out of that losers bracket. I was up there in 2010. I wanted to see Rosenblatt be closed out. South Carolina lost that first game to Oklahoma, and they came out of the losers bracket, played the championship series with UCLA, and everybody and their mama up there thought UCLA had that in the bag. UCLA had Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer. I was afraid they were going to start Bauer in that championship game, or game 2, and instead they started Cole, and Carolina beat him. So it can be done, man. So I'm still positive.
Well, Jim, I appreciate the non-pessimism this morning. I feel like you're a glass half full, guys. We've got not necessarily the calls, but more of the text and the tweets about what went down tonight. And listen, Ole Miss kicked your teeth in, and so there's not a lot to say that's positive about this game tonight. It's similar for Stanford after he got drubbed 17-2, and they're now 0-2 in barbecue as the Auburn Tigers defeated them later today. So again, that shows the prowess of the SEC West, and that's what's good about playing the West, guys, is you have an opportunity not only to play another SEC West opponent, which you beat in 2 out of 3, as y'all referenced earlier, but it's giving you some really talented teams that you've had to battle against week in, week out, which has made you tougher, stronger, and a better baseball team.
I just pulled up that 2010 bracket because I remember Arkansas played at Arizona State. They were the #1 team in the country, and Arkansas went there for the Supers. And what Jim was saying there is right. South Carolina had to go through the #1 team in Arizona State to get there, and beat Oklahoma on their way, beat Clemson as well to get to the championship round with UCLA. So it isn't impossible, but it's not the preferred method if you're pulling up the road map. This is not how you want to do it.
Let's go back to the phone lines. Welcome in PA, who is in Texarkana in South Arkansas. PA, your thoughts on the game tonight?
This was very predictable. I listened to you guys this morning. I think Tommy pretty much hit it on the head about what was going to happen. But I was just concerned. I mean, not concerned. You ever birdied a hole, like a tough hole, and then come back on the next hole and you make a double bogey? I mean, that's like what we did today. You know, you play well on one hole, and next hole you get just kind of like a PVFU is what we call it at Magnolia Country Club. But anyway.
Well, this felt like an eagle followed by a triple bogey is what this felt like.
Right, exactly.
A hole in one followed by an albatross.
Right. But anyway, you know, it just goes, like Tommy said, this is the way. If you're an Arkansas fan, you know that it happens this way, and you have to expect it. I mean, I was upset a little bit, but every time we scored at the first of the game, they countered it in the top of the next inning and put us, you know, that's the way you put somebody to bed. Even good teams will, you know, lay down after that, and you got to tip your cap to Ole Miss. Although I get sick and tired of hearing that hotty-toddy crud up in the stands. You know,
it's worse in person, PA, I promise.
Oh, I can only imagine. I'm sure they were aiming all that at the Arkansas fans, you know. But, yeah, I think if we win tomorrow, we'll be okay. I hope we can bounce back after tonight. So, if we win tomorrow, I think we got a shot at this because Ole Miss will be a little overconfident. And if we win that first game against Ole Miss, it's anybody's ball, you know, anybody's game. You know, the fifth, that would be the fourth or fifth game that we play. But anyway, I'm not giving up yet. So go Hogs.
Don't
Thanks,
give up.
guys.
Yeah. You got it, PA.
Yeah, good call there, PA. You know, 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings for Ole Miss, and Arkansas kind of held serve. They'd scored 3 runs through 2, and then it goes 6-3 into the bottom of the third. Remember when Caden Wallace, he gets on base with a walk and then promptly gets picked off at first base for the first out. That kind of felt like the beginning of the unraveling. Then Turner grounded out to the pitcher for the second out. Lanzilli struck out, and the Hogs for the first time went quietly in the third, 1-2-3, and went into the fourth, trailing those 3 runs that didn't match the at-bat. It kind of felt like, and I put this in my notes here, it felt like you went 3 and out and had to punt for the first time in the ball game, and the other team at least had gotten some first downs or scored a touchdown. You didn't get a first down in that inning. It's kind of the feeling it had. And then after the top of the fourth, you shut down Ole Miss, and you go to the bottom of the fourth. All right, here's your chance. You're going to make some first downs and get a touchdown here. No, you know, more grounds to first base. Battles gets on with a single. Stovall pops out. Gregory draws the walk, and then Webb flies out to right field. They strand 2, and it goes 6-3. Kind of got quiet in the middle inning. So it kind of all started Yeah, guys, I guess unraveling a little bit there in the third and fourth inning when you got some opportunities and you didn't do anything with it and hold serve, and then in the fifth, that's when Ole Miss just blew it open.
Yeah, I didn't think the pitching was going to be 100% there for you tonight, which it wasn't. But I was not really concerned about the hitting, but it wasn't there for you tonight. All right, one more segment.
You needed more out of Wiggins than what you got. You needed a longer trip out of Wiggins, and you didn't get it.
All right, here, one more segment coming up here on Hog Reaction. We got calls from Mountainburg, Texarkana, Fayetteville, at least allegedly Fayetteville. And we will we'll come back and get one more segment here, 877-377-6963. We're live from DJ's Dugout in Omaha.
You're listening to Hog Reaction live in Omaha at the College World Series.
Great people, great equipment, great opportunities. That is what you get at Patriot Transport, based in Centerville, Arkansas, with locations in Russellville and Van Buren, with regional OTR and local opportunities for qualified CDL drivers. Make up to $95,000 annually and be a part of a team that embraces the concept of family. Patriot Transport wants you to be successful on the road and at home, working with every driver to ensure they get the miles they want and the family time at home they strive for. Patriot Transport, more than trucking, it's family. Visit patriottransport.com to apply.
Right now, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Randall Ford is having a huge tire sale. Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone, all the major brands with the lowest price guarantee. Brakes, wheel alignment, oil change and maintenance, air conditioning, batteries, alternator, and so much more. At Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Randall Ford, we service all makes and models and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Randall Ford, where we meet or beat any advertised price. 5500 Rogers Avenue or online 24/7 at randallford.com.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with all of their customers. They partner for the long haul to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. First Western is prompt, responsive, and they deliver with quick answers and on-time loan closings. When is the last time your banker called you? If you are looking for a high level of service and a financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. For more information, visit them online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you looking for a great deal on a previously owned vehicle but want to avoid high-pressure sales? If so, you need to visit Edwards Auto Sales in Roland. For over 30 years, Ernie Edwards and his staff have helped folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma River Valley buy a quality vehicle and offer a buy here, pay here program as part of their services. Some restrictions may apply. Come visit Edwards Auto Center newly remodeled facility, 3 miles west of the Garrison Bridge, the first car dealer on your right, or log on at edwardsautosalesinc.com.
It is summertime. Lock in your price for the next 2 summers by making the move to Dish with World of Wireless, 877-305-DISH.
Yeah, call WOW now, 877-305-DISH, or stop by right at the light in Barling next to Frank Rowe Furniture. See our showroom, check out the all-new Hopper, see the voice remote work, see the portable satellites. It is summertime, so come by and see the portable Playmaker and see how it works, and you can take it anywhere on the road and get all your channels anywhere in the country.
Plus, you're given the free upgrade on the voice-activated remotes, free installation. You can be watching this weekend with World of Wireless.
$100 Visa gift card. You sign up for Dish, get it from WOW. We'll throw in a $100 Visa gift card and bring in any mailer that you have. We will honor any mailer. Just come see us or call us.
And the price is locked in for the next 2 years. That's very important because everything's going up, but this guarantees your satellite bill, your TV bill won't go up for the next 2 summers when you sign up now. 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474.
Gray Steel Structures Incorporated is a family-owned business based in Greenwood specializing in steel structures. Owner Will Gray has 20 years experience doing the job right and making sure you're satisfied with the structure you have a need for. Gray Steel Structures serves both commercial and residential customers. Whatever your need may be, mini storage, RV storage, home workshop, or any metal building need, make Gray Steel Structures your first call. Gray Steel Structures, 252-2783. That's 252-2783.
GraySteelStructuresInc.com. That's Gray with an A.
Before you buy that next car or truck, stop by Broadway Motors in Van Buren. The best of the best for 2 straight years. Michael and his team offer the best prices on the best quality pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley. They invite you to stop by and check it out for yourself. Or if you prefer to check out their inventory online or even do your financing online. Michael has built his reputation as a husband, father, and owner-operator since 2006. Broadway Motors, 806 Broadway in Van Buren, or online at BroadwayMotorsAR.com.
This is Hog Reaction live in Omaha at the College World Series.
And the road show continues for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Our daily live coverage of the Hogs and the College World Series is presented by Crane Kia of Fayetteville. Find your next gas saver during our MPG days at Crane Kia of Fayetteville. When it's hot outside and your AC isn't cooling, avoid the hassle. Go Paschal. Schedule your service call today at gopaschal.com. Baptist Health. Amazing has a new home. Find a doctor near you at baptisthealth.com.
All right, final segment here on Hog Reactions. We're live from DJ's Dugout in Omaha. Tommy is in. Now you're at the river right now, right?
I am on the Norfolk River. Correct.
Okay. Drew's back in studio, so we're in 3 different places tonight. We got touching all over the place, but we got one final segment to get to. You're welcome to jump in here. 877-377-6963. Again, Arkansas falls 13-5 to Ole Miss in this one tonight. And I know for a lot of you, the Ole Miss baseball team is the one that you despise the most. The antics, just the things that you get irritated by. Well, you can get mad all you want. They were the better team tonight. And hopefully you'll get another crack at them if you can beat the Auburn Tigers tomorrow at 6. But, guys, we'll have to wait and see. What's the vibe, in y'all's opinion, heading into tomorrow night's game? Are we confident? Are you uneasy? What are you feeling right now heading into this Auburn game?
I think it's always hard to be confident when you know you're facing sacking the bats up and the year being over. So you're not going to be with your best arm. I mean, you don't have Connor Nolan starting. Hopefully, the guy that's pitched pretty well in kind of the number 2 role lately has been Will McIntyre. Assuming he will get started. I don't know if Dave said something about that a minute ago. I haven't read all the comments that came out of that, but I would imagine he will be the one. And you've still got some guys like Brady Tigert, Hagen Smith, some guys you haven't seen yet in postseason. So I think they're setting up, to get through it. But it's kind of an all-hands-on-deck situation, so that is hard to derive a lot of confidence out of that.
You start McIntyre tomorrow night? Is that the
yes
100%? You don't start
100%.
Hagen Smith?
No, you got to go with Will McIntyre. I'm sorry, Tommy. I mean, it just feels like he is the guy, and he's been the guy that you've turned to, and this is how you've set everything up through the tournament. Now on past the 3-week mark, this is the way you've gone about it, and it's been successful. No need to reinvent the wheel as you're rolling down the street. And now I know you might have a flat or draining of air pressure in one of them, but then Will McIntyre is still rolling strong, and until somebody's able to put a dent into it, you definitely don't change it up. And especially with the productivity that you've got out of Hagen Smith coming out of the bullpen, being that good to great 2-inning to possibly 3-inning guy at least one time through the batting order, you just don't touch it. And there are plenty of things to be optimistic about. One, you took 2 out of 3 on the Plains against Auburn. Auburn's best pitcher pitched today. Now he only threw 39 pitches, so just like how all hands on deck for tomorrow on the Arkansas pitching staff, it's going to be the same way for Auburn. You're not going to leave anybody on the bench when your season's on the line, but plenty of things to be optimistic about, and especially when it comes to Will McIntyre. Most of y'all will remember that's when he really made his name, was that Sunday rubber match against Auburn when he came in and just absolutely shut them out. And then the legend of Will the Thrill McIntyre really started to be born here over the course of these last 5-6 weeks.
He came in relief of Jackson Wiggins, gave you 3 1/3, gave up a run on 3 hits back on May the 8th at Auburn. So, I don't know that you're losing tire pressure here, Drew. I think you're down to the rim. There's sparks flying. I mean, that's where you're at when your season's on the line. So all hands on deck, and you can't really – Ty, I don't think you can hold anybody back saying, well, okay, if you win tomorrow, what do you do Wednesday? What do you do Thursday? I don't think you have the luxury of thinking that way. I think you've got to do whatever it takes to beat Auburn, and then you get back to the hotel and you take your cap off and rub your head a little bit if you're Dave Van Horn and say, all right, now what do we do now? I don't think you have the luxury of thinking ahead to what Wednesday and Thursday's pitching might look like. You just got to get through tomorrow.
I didn't get a chance to watch the Auburn game. How did that shake out today?
I think Auburn won 6-2. Is that correct?
Yes, 6-2 was the final. They pretty well controlled it from the middle innings on today. So So it's going to be an interesting game. Stanford's kind of a surprise that they played the way they did, but Auburn in this game, I had it on. Stanford went up 2-0 after 2 innings, and then it was a 6-run fourth for Auburn, a 2-run seventh, and that was your final, is 6-2 in today's game. Let's see, Auburn pitched. Trace Bright today went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Tommy Sheehan came in relief for an inning and 2/3, no runs on 2 hits. And Burkhalter closed it out for 2 1/3. No runs on 1 hit today, as Auburn struck out 16 Stanford batters while walking 1.
That's a ratio.
That was a good stat number today. So hitting-wise, Auburn today had 11 hits to score those 6 runs and was led by 3 RBIs from Cole Foster, who went 2 of 3 in his plate appearances, their second baseman.
So no matter what, you'll have an SEC team in the College World Series final, because it's either going to be Arkansas, Auburn, or Ole Miss. On the other side, it's going to be either Oklahoma or is it – and help me out on is it A&M or Notre Dame? I'm forgetting on the other side.
They're both still alive.
They're both still alive, so they're in the same shape, and you'll have the elimination game coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock on that side of the bracket. Then Arkansas and Auburn play in the evening game at 6 o'clock. Arkansas's games until the championship round, if they win the next 3 games will all be at 6 o'clock. So the schedule we're kind of on here today will be the same until Arkansas loses in the next 3 and the season's over, or they win the next 3 and extend their season into the championship round. So it will be all evening games, which, Ty, you know the heat there. You know what playing in that, and even early you could see, particularly out in left field, real battle with the sun that Gregory had. You saw the left fielder for Ole Miss tonight struggle and lose a ball out there early. The way that the stadium lights cast a shadow across the mound, and the pitcher's mound is in the sun, and the plates in the shadows. Even that 6 o'clock start, it creates some issues with the early sun.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out here, and I feel like the people in the outfield are troopers. I'll give them credit for how they've persevered through the heat.
I even heard Kyle Peterson mention that the wind's going to shift out of the north. It's been blowing from the south and in, and we referenced that early, about the flags being shown blowing straight in, 20-mile-an-hour wind. Supposed to be out of the north, shifting, so it's going to be a hitter's wind coming up, is what Kyle Peterson was saying. It was in the forecast for the coming days in Omaha.
Well, we'll see what happens with the wind. That's going to do it for this edition here of Hog Reaction. Again, reminder, Morning Rush live at AJ's Cafe tomorrow morning, along with at Butler's Furniture in Mountain Home. Clay, Tommy, and Scott Tabor will be stopping by as well. Halftime here at DJ's Dugout from 11 to 1, and we will have Hog Reaction. Guys, get some good night's sleep. We're up bright and early tomorrow at 6 a.m., and we'll see what happens against the Auburn Tigers tomorrow night.
Yep, it's do or die season on the line tomorrow.
That's going to do it for us. Really appreciate everyone following our post-game coverage here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. For Drew Barrett, Tommy Kraft, I'm Ty Richardson. Everyone have a great rest of your Monday night.
The miles per gallon days are here, and at Crane Kia of Fayetteville, we're introducing the Kia Hybrids. Trade up and drive off in the new